I'm going to walk around. So is your coverage big enough? Big enough, right? So as if I walk here, then you cannot capture it. So where's the limit? Here, until here. Okay. The voice is okay? The sound's all right?
No.
Huh?
Because you're not using a mic, that's why we use this
Okay.
to capture the sound.
The sounds.
Louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everybody back? Or they're not coming back? All right, anyway, we will start exactly at 2:30. Okay? Bong, you're not going to do any introduction? So you're the organizer, right? Find out what. So the rest of the students not coming back, yeah?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
SP is arranging.
Bonang, yeah.
Unang lang. This is the nang.
No, I mean the lecturer in charge.
Huh? SMS.
SM her, ask her to come back. She went for meeting.
Meeting 140.
140. And then?
She's in the meeting.
Yeah, the oven just finished. So now 2:30 we should start.
Okay. Tian Building Engineering.
Okay, thanks for staying, guys. We have Alex Lee from Tian Building Engineering, who will talk about simulation tools for better green building. Okay, so stay put. I think you might learn a thing or two, which is useful, okay, for your BIM competition submission. All right, Alex.
Okay. All right. Now, just curious, how many teams are here? How many teams? And you guys are going for design competition, right? So you have one group. Where are you from? SP. You? SP also, but different group. Same group. Same group. Different. Okay. And then there's one group here or two. One. From where are you from? ITE. Okay. You? SP also. So different group. Different group. And this side? Huh? Temasek. Okay. Under the School of Building or Engineering. So it's under Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian. Okay. All right. So there is one group more here. One more group. Where you from? Huh? Singapore Poly. So Singapore Poly seems to dominate the market. Okay. Anyway, all right. Just now you have heard from Owens about the a big pictures about so-called the perspective from the architect point of view about sustainability design, right? So, and also just now I was speaking to this June, all right, the lecturer from SP about there is some kind of programs or trainings activity that are in place, all right, to prepare you guys for design competition, right? So before I start to talk about all this, deliver my talk, I just want to know, what is your background when you, going for this kind of design competition? Are you guys ready? Or you just following the crowd? Or are you guys just driven by the, school, all right, just to submit a design competition's entry? So, just out of curiosity, right? Do you guys have done any simulation at all? Any? No simulation. All right. So what do? You have. What kind of simulation? Okay. Remember just now, Owen was mentioned about he has, for his case study, he has done wind simulation, he has done solar analysis, he has done energy simulations. So are you guys have that kind of training before? Yes or no? Yes. From ITE, from SP. All right. Okay. The rest of you? Blank. Okay. All right. So this is a very, very interesting things now. Okay. Because when you look at all this nice building, I mean, first thing that in your mind is, wow, so nice. All right. But as mentioned by Owens, all right, a project of these kind of things, this kind of design, easily take 2-3 years. Okay, and then a lot of effort actually put into this. All right, and you notice that this building, this kind of buildings, all right, you don't see this in Singapore. Okay, so meaning, what does it mean? It means that there is a degree of difference in terms of level of details, level of so-called competency in designing, come up with all this kind of design. Or it could be so-called the building code in Singapore is too restrictive that allow this sort of building to surface. Okay, so I want you to think about it. Okay, and also is it practical? Okay, when it comes to about this. So when you design a project, a building project, all right, you have to take all this into perspective. All right, it's not. I mean, the design competitions, all right, is more than just coming up with a 3D model. Okay, all right, you have to look at what's the design concept behind, what's the usage, what's the energy consumption, what is the thermal comfort analysis and requirement, so on and so forth. Okay, so one thing about architect, just now I was sitting there, I was trying to listening to him. All right, architects, they like to paint pictures. Are you guys architect students or M&E engineers? M&E or architect? Architects. Okay, so architects, you guys need to be so-called, come back to earth. Okay, all right, be down to earth. Okay, so you should not just look at so-called come up with very fanciful buildings. All right, but at the same time, you also want to provide a building that is very functionable. All right, and then is energy efficient and so on and so forth. But how do you achieve this? All these buildings are nice. Some of them are in Singapore. For example, this one, all right, is NTU. Okay, all right. And then some of them are, it's just like a living mushroom that the windows, the facade can be opened and closed. All right. Some of them are round, very simple, slick. All right. Some owner like to have slick building. Okay. So this is one of the building that's located in Singapore, SMU. That is also very simplistic, but it's also full of challenge. All right. To you, you may not know what are the challenges that faced by the architect, faced by the ME engineers. I mean, those people who have done so-called project long enough, immediately they have one thing right they're in their mind. Wow, how to compute this, how to compute that. Understand? So a design is more than just so-called coming up 3D fanciful shape and that's all. You have to go through that design cycles. You have to so-called come up with some, quantify whether the building is energy efficient, well, and then so-called is it functionable, all right, so and so forth. All right, so there are a lot of buildings, all right, fanciful buildings, all right, some of them is, look like this, right? The question here is that constructability. Is it able to construct? Okay, so there are things that you need to go beyond, the first surface, okay? All right, you compare those buildings design in overseas and those in Singapore, all right, you realize that Singapore design is a bit simple. All right, so simple. All right, so later on we will see, okay, more and more. How many of you have known this project or have been into this project or this building? Have you? Right? Any one of you have entered this building yet? No. Surprise, no? This is Changi Airport, right? Jewel. Okay, they just recently launched it. So if you really want to see, you can take a train, midnight, you still can go in, all right? Because it's 24 hours. It's a shopping mall, okay? But this building, all right, is full of challenges. Okay, so if you want to design a building that looks nice, all right, but you also need to prove that it's energy efficient. Okay, all right. So within so-called these few months, all right, your design competitions, I'm not too sure how you're going to paint the pictures, how you're going to so-called submit your entry. Okay, all right. But anyway, as far as I know, all right, you guys are supposed to come up with some kind of design concept, all right, and do whatever calculation that you need to do, all right, and try to win the as many points as possible. All right. So as mentioned in Owen's talk, he highlighted a lot of things, all right, from solar analysis, from massing, some path analysis, all right, daylight, airflow, wind-driven rain. But do you have the skill set to do it? Okay. In other words, if you want to come up with a good building, all right, first of all, it's not just 3D drawing. You're not just learning ArchiCAD or Revit, MEP, things like that. But you have to go beyond that. Understand? All right. So this is a set of sustainability simulation tools. All right. In addition to what just now Owen has captured, he mentioned about EcoTech. All right. So this is a set of tools that we actually built over the years. Okay. Right. For your information, I'm a research scientist by training. Okay. I worked in A-Star for many years. So about 5 years ago, I decided, all right, to change a bit because I want to create my own futures. Okay, we came out, all right, we developed simulation tools because, all right, the industry is lagging tools like that. All right, so the whole concept is very simple. All right, everybody is moving into BIM, but later on when you do your design analysis, design competition preparations, so are you going to make use of the model that you created using BIM for analysis? That is one big question that you have to ask yourself. Of course, there are many tools beside ours. You have Revit. Revit has many analysis software built inside. All right. You have commercial software like IES. All right. You have CFD package like Fluent, StarCM, CCF. All right. So in other words, after this so-called talk, all right, I hope you guys, I have enlightened you guys up a bit so that you guys should look beyond just to come up with a 3D model. All right. You need to perform many things just to impress the judges, say that you have actually include all this so-called area of design consideration. Right. For example, like a massing project. This is actually CBD. All right. So solar analysis, some path analysis. Are you guys prepared? All right, if you want to prepare, then you have to so-called start learning it. Okay, how many of you know how to operate or how to use Google SketchUp? Hello? None? What about Revit? ArchiCAD? Okay, by the way, all right, in the so-called practicing world, architects use Google SketchUp more than BIM, than Revit. So I would also like to suggest that you guys start to learn Google SketchUp, okay, all right, because Google SketchUp can come up with very, very nice graphics. Okay, an architect like to see their design concept, all right, when it comes to design analysis, architect would like to see their component, their concept actually so-called captures. Okay, in the past, all right, why we develop software like this? Because, you know, many years ago when I do this so-called technology scanning, we realized that software is not able to take in 3D model that built by architects. And therefore, they say, oh, because I cannot import your model, I have to simplify it. So at the end of it, when they submit the project, the architect look at it, you know what I'm saying? This is not my design. The design that I'm looking for is missing. Okay? So that is a very important thing. It doesn't matter whether it's shadow or whatever. Okay? Shadow is one of the easiest one. All right? So this is a Google SketchUp model. All right? So if I were to ask you, can you tell me whether the windows is actually, you know, positioned properly?